I started listening to radio at about the age of 4. There was a kids' show called Big John and Sparky that played on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock in the early 50s. It was filled with silly characters, jokes, and short skits. It was perfect for little kids, especially ones without TVs.
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise, for every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Another children's radio show in the early 50s was Let's Pretend, which adapted Grimm's fairy tales and other children's stories into exciting audio that caught the listener's imagination. I didn't pursue radio until my early teens, when I discovered a late-night radio monologist by the name of Gene Shepard, who had a nightly 11:15 to midnight show on WOR in New York City. He told stories about himself and a variety of topics in such a dazzling and amusing way that I was mesmerized 5 nights a week for several years. It was an accepted fact that I would be bleary-eyed for the first 2 periods of school each morning. Star Wars the movie came out in 1977, and in 1981 a radio version of Star Wars was produced and played in 13 weekly episodes on public radio. The radio adaptation was superb, with terrific acting, incredible sound effects. Every Monday night I was literally glued to a speaker for half an hour before running off to Morris practice. I taped the episodes and played them for my 5th grade class, and the kids absolutely loved them. From this contemporary series, I really started getting interested in OTR. Science fiction was something I had always enjoyed, and Ray Bradbury had produced audio adaptations for 13 of his short stories called Bradbury 13. These were marvelously done. At this point I found a treasure of science fiction series produced in the 50s. Both X-1 and Dimension X became staple shows for me of this period, with lots of episodes to listen to. 2 of the best-known radio drama shows were Suspense and the Lux Radio Theater. They both ran for about 22 years, producing hundreds and hundreds of hours of radio drama. These 2 series brought well-known actors to the microphones to tell stories that kept people asking for more. It's interesting that many of the radio shows that we remember from TV, such as Gunsmoke and Dragnet, I Love Lucy, Father Knows Best, all started with radio. What's equally exciting about OTR is that these shows are mostly still available, much of it for free. All it takes is a little sleuthing and one's interest to discover.
The Columbia Network takes pleasure in bringing you Suspense. Suspense. Stories from the world's great literature of pure excitement. A new series frankly dedicated to your horrification and entertainment. Week by week, from the pick of new material, from the pages of best-selling novels, from the theater of Broadway and London, and the sound stages of Hollywood, will parade the most remarkable figures ever known. CBS gives you Suspense.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
Lights Out brings you stories of the supernatural and the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasies and the terrors of the unknown. We tell you this frankly, so if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginative plays, we urge you calmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now.